Battles do happen in the wild, but we rarely witness them. So to see who's the ultimate champion, to understand their true power and appreciate their skills, we stage our own battles in a virtual arena. As our animals take shape, experts compare their strengths and weaknesses. With specially built biomechanical machines, we test their might. Finally, our virtual contenders come face to face for the ultimate showdown, Animal Face-Off. The tiger and the brown bear are top of their food chains, and they didn't get there by being nice. The tiger is an efficient and dedicated hunter, striking prey quickly and decisively. The bear is an opportunist, using his power and stamina to take whatever comes his way. These unyielding aggressors cross paths in Siberia, and this animal face-off will be fought tooth and nail. Our challenge begins in the building and testing lab, where we've assembled an elite team of scientists, engineers, and animatronic specialists.
I have a challenge for you guys. We need to build a tiger and a brown bear. And you guys can do? I heard you're the best.
Yeah. We can do that. Won't be a problem.
Wildlife vet Dr. Ellen Rogers has handled some of the world's most powerful animals. She's our tiger expert.
The only thing I can say is it hurts like hell when they bite you.
In the opposite corner, Jeff Watson, a bear trainer with 14 years experience rearing grizzlies. Mike Latham, Justin Buckingham, and Chris Wheatley form our design and engineering team.
You need to tell us a bit about these two animals.
They'll turn Ellen and Jeff's animal expertise into mechanical reality.
What's the Siberian tiger's strong points? Like, what should we be focusing on?
Okay, there's 4 things for tiger.
Yeah.
Big, sharp teeth. Very powerful bite force. Sharp claws. And a powerful strike.
So what about the brown bear? You have a lot more power. Yeah. Power. But they're powered by a heck of a power pack, and that's that big shoulder muscle on the back. But they do have big canines, a lot of big claws. Bears are known for their stamina.
I'd say we've got a bit on, so we'll go and give it a crack, eh? We'll get down the workshop and
Let's go and do it.
make these puppies.
Brown bear and tiger territory overlap in Siberia. They don't prey on each other, but can come to blows over kills or whenever their young are threatened. So what would they bring to a fight? First up, in black stripes, the tiger. These stripes camouflage him until it's time to run down his prey. When the final pounce comes, 10 razor-sharp claws slice and grip. A coup de grace is usually delivered with a single bite. 4 3.5-inch canines pierce and hold the prey. The different tiger subspecies vary from 7 to 11 feet in length, tip to tail. And at 600 pounds in weight, the Siberian tiger sits right at the top of that range. It's production designer Chris Wheatley's job to show us just how much power the tiger packs. Chris will create the blueprint for a biomechanical tiger. Then the team will build it to demonstrate what the big cat can do. At the same time, a team of 3D animators will create a cyber tiger that will go toe-to-toe with a brown bear in the snows of a virtual Siberia. In the design lab, the team gets a grip. Time counts. They have just 1 week.
You can bulk this up. It's up to you.
Animatronic specialist Justin carves a large tiger skull from polystyrene. The jaws come complete with 30 knife-like teeth. Now to turn his handiwork into metal. At 1220 degrees Fahrenheit, aluminum turns liquid. The polystyrene skull is encased in black sand. As the blistering hot metal oozes in, it vaporizes and replaces the polystyrene. When the 2 gallons of liquid metal harden, the skull is exposed. As our metal tiger takes shape, so does our cyber version. Next step, giving our skull mechanical muscle.
How wide would that jaw go? I mean, how wide is the maximum stretch of that?
The gate?
Yeah, the gate.
That's probably about the maximum, maybe a little bit less. It's not like some animals.
Okay, so we're going to hinge it from the same sort of area that would, you know, around this sort of...
Pull back. Muscle works in retraction, doesn't it?
Yes, so there are muscles that will pull up to shut it, and then other muscles that will pull down to open it.
Okay, well for this show, seeing as we're concentrating on bite force, perhaps we'll just do our muscles to...
That's
work in retraction.
That's the most powerful, is the closing.
Hydraulic pistons will give the jaw lifelike strength and movement. In theory, placing them is straightforward. In practice, challenging.
No, don't need to do it. Because especially on the smaller ones, because we're going to have the ram in the middle, aren't we? Yeah.
Mike Latham is the team's animatronics engineer.
And we could slot the holes a bit and actually have a little bit of adjustment in there, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And just make a plate up, so it sits on it like that, so it rocks.
While the tiger's skull builds muscle, the body rolls in. With modifications and a coat of paint, this former earth mover is reincarnated as a tiger. With only 1 day left, the team races to attach head to body.
Yeah, it's about 1.5 mil, eh?
Last but not least come the hydraulic cables that power the beast. Time to let the cat out of the bag.
Look at this. This is my tiger. Are you impressed?
Great work. That's usually what a tiger looks like after a bear gets done with it, but yeah, I'm impressed.
Look at these teeth. That'll go right through bear hide, I'd say.
Well, we can talk all day, but let's see when the proof comes out in the pudding.
All right, come on.
Now to put our metal marauder through its paces. Mike's in charge. 20 yards of heavy-duty cable give him remote control. Jonathan Wiersma is a statistician and expert in bite mechanics. By measuring skull parameters, Jonathan can estimate the amount of muscle in the tiger's jaws. He then applies a mathematical formula to calculate its jaw strength. This is what a wild tiger can do. Now to teach this cat the same trick.
Hey, you guys.
Hi.
Hey, guys.
You did a wonderful job, as always. Oh, look at that. Look at that gape.
Oh, I'm looking. I'm looking.
Did I tell you what all these teeth are for?
4 or 5 times.
You want to hear it again?
Not really. Go ahead.
These, the big ones, are the canines. They're for puncturing. The incisors, which are the ones on the front, hold the prey still while it's being killed. And these are the ones that rip the flesh off the bones, the bear flesh.
Okay, so this is strictly bear eater. Is that what you're saying?
It's not always, but today it is, yes.
To you it is
Yes.
today. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Don't you guys agree?
Well, we're going to put it to the test, aren't we? That's what we're here for, eh?
All right, I want to show you what these teeth can do, and we're going to start with cheese.
I mean, this tiger doesn't just eat bears, it eats cheese too?
Today, doesn't it?
The cheese will show us what bite-sized means to a big cat.
Are we doing butter?
No, that's for the bear.
That is a piece of flesh there, isn't it? Mighty big chunk.
Bear's going to be missing some.
No, cheese doesn't fight back. That's what you have to remember. Cheese has never injured any animal.
That cheese represents a 2-pound mouthful of flesh. Now, to give the jaws realistic strength.
And the actual bite force for a tiger this size should be around 1,000 pounds.
To calibrate the tiger jaws to their known bite force, the team inserts a pressure gauge and cranks up the poundage.
There's 120. There's 300, 400, 670, 43. Oh, 1,110.
Mike backs off the hydraulics to the correct bite force of 1,000 pounds. So just how strong is a 1,000-pound bite?
So let's bite some stuff.
Let's get something. Let's try this. Hard on the outside, tasty on the inside, just like a bear skull.
Okay.
You're getting braver, Jess.
Just a little bit, Chris.
Glasses.
An awful lot braver.
Ready?
You're brave.
3, 2, 1.
Jonathan sets up 3 digital cameras to record our beastly machine in action. Combined with what Ellen reveals about how tigers behave, the data will help the animators create lifelike movement for our virtual tiger. We've demonstrated the capabilities of the tiger's jaws, but when it comes to subduing prey, his technique also plays a crucial role.
When they kill small prey, they tend to do a nape bite, a bite to the back of the neck, paralyzes and kills them almost instantly. When they do larger animals, they tend to go for a throat bite. They're still coming from the back, but they'll reach around and get the throat and suffocate them.
Suffocate bite, yeah.
Yeah.
To demonstrate how the tiger's bite dispatches its victim, the team will analyze a nape bite on a realistic prey item from a meat packing plant. It's the only way they'll come this close to a tiger bite without risking their own necks.
Not that far.
Is that too far?
Too far.
Just come up a bit.
Yep. Okay, that looks good.
You happy?
I'm happy. 3, 2, 1, bite.
The damage from a carefully positioned bite is substantial.
There's something on both sides.
There's a big hole there over again.
Actually, yeah, there is. Like an inch.
Yeah.
So the tooth has gone right into the spine, and you can feel where the vertebrae is actually broken. That would paralyze him, and then the tiger is just going to finish him off.
Those jaws don't just rip out flesh, they can crush the spine of small prey. Clamped around the windpipe, they could bring down a big brown bear.
Have you seen the teeth on my tiger? They're bigger, they're stronger, they're going to go right through that bear.
The bears aren't going to stay there and take the bite. It's like punching a punching bag and then getting in the ring with a fighter. When somebody's hitting back, it's not as easy.
The tiger's bite is powerful, but precision is its most lethal asset. How will the bear compare? We've met the tiger, and we're shaping our own virtual version. Next, his opponent, the brown bear. This is no teddy bear. He's determined and dangerous. The coastal brown bear and the mountain-dwelling grizzly are the same species, though the coastal bear eats more meat and grows slightly bigger than his mountain cousin. He's driven by a desperate need to pack on the pounds before he hibernates. 80 to 90% of his diet is plants, but with 5-inch claws and 3-inch canines, there's not much he can't eat. His considerable speed and stamina become all the more impressive when you realize he stands 10 feet tall and weighs 1,500 pounds. He can give the largest tiger a run for his money. Not only are his claws longer, he's more than twice the tiger's weight. The lab team has 1 week to design and build a biomechanical bear. They consult animal experts Dr. Ellen Rogers and Jeff Watson.
Well, look, that is a big difference in size.
Yeah, well, let me give you a more accurate representation of what you'll be seeing.
Oh, you boys always think size is the important thing.
Yeah, well, looking at these, I mean, this is a much longer jaw, isn't it?
This is probably anywhere from a 12 to 1,500 pound specimen. And they've never had a 1,500 pound tiger. Bears are built for power.
Cats can pull down bison. I'm not convinced that the bear's going to be stronger.
The bear begins his transformation into a metal beast. The modelers ensure the polystyrene skull is an exact copy of the real thing. Like the tiger skull, this model is buried in sand for its rebirth in aluminum. When all 1.8 gallons solidify, this life-size replica will be as strong as a real skull. Meanwhile, in our virtual world, the cyber bear is shaping up for its clash with the tiger.
It's not actually tapped that deep.
Last-minute adjustments come barely in time. The lab unveils its creation. Our biomechanical beast has the bare necessities. But what do Ellen and Jeff think?
Check it out, Ellen. Bear head.
Look at this.
Big wide skull.
What are these dull teeth here?
Brown bears have flat, broad molars for grinding vegetation. They're not a...
Oh yeah, they're berry eaters.
They're not a strict carnivore. They are classified as a carnivore, but they're not a strict carnivore, so...
I'm still not all that impressed.
Well, it doesn't matter if you're impressed or not. Tiger loses.
It's got blunt teeth and blunt claws, so I think it's in trouble.
Well, what you think and what's reality, two different things. So,
we'll see.
We'll see you, big guy.
Time to put our metal beast through its paces. Jonathan's cameras and computers will capture and analyze the action. From fruit to flesh, the bear has teeth that can handle any type of food he finds. He has molars for grinding and 3.5-inch canines for tearing. So how do you get a bear to show how big his bite is? Simple. Just get him to say cheese.
You can put a couple stripes on this just to make it a little more accurate. Yep. Tiger stripes.
Got it.
Perfect.
The full ones. Oh, look at that. Okay, Mike, open it up. Let's open these jaws up.
Like a pound of cheese, isn't it? Pound of flesh.
My bear wants his pound of flesh, but he's gonna have to settle for cheese for right now. Look at that.
That's a big lump.
That's a big lump. Wanna hold that?
No.
Both bear and tiger rip out a similar sized chunk. From skull measurements, Jonathan estimates the bear's bite to be 80% stronger than the tiger's.
I measured it earlier, and we're looking probably at about 1,800 pounds.
Mike locks off the hydraulic power. Now our metal jaws are as strong as a full-grown bear's.
Okay, guys, great pressure. I want to see something get crushed, smashed, destroyed. What do you got?
There you go, Jeff. Coconut. Give that a try. How are you going to put that up?
The coconut is similar to a small animal's skull.
You guys hear that? I think that represents a tiger skull. Nice and hard. Nice and hard. Let's give it a shot. See what we got.
Guys all okay?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
At 1,800 pounds of force, this is a bone crusher.
When we open it up, it's like the skull. Nice and hard, nice and cracked, nice and soft on the inside.
Okay.
Yep.
The bear bites almost twice as hard as the tiger, but both get the job done.
A big, powerful animal like that doesn't have to hit a small deer or elk very hard to knock to the ground, and then they can finish them off with a bite to the neck, bite to the head, or even the blow itself may kill them.
Just like the tiger, the bear jaws will be tested on surrogate prey from a meat processing plant.
Hey, Mike, what you bringing on down here? Now, a bear can hit different target areas when it takes down big game, but we're going to go for the neck right here. Come on down a little bit more. Easy, about right there. I'm going to have you start closing it a little bit.
Keep coming.
Right there. Whoa,
there
whoa.
We go. Okay.
Okay. Jonathan, you okay over there?
Sure am. Let's do it.
Okay, here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1, bear.
Can we see it?
Yeah. Let's see what kind of damage we've got on this skin here, on this hide.
This is the only way to examine a fresh bite without coming between a hungry bear and his dinner.
Ooh. Feels like we did some damage to the spine there.
The team used the bear's exact jaw strength. With one bite, it cracked the prey's spine.
The bear got in here. Bear could deliver a bite to the head, it's over. To the neck, it's over. Even to the shoulder area. And that's just one aspect of its arsenal. But this is still nothing for that bear.
While the tiger needs to aim his bite, the bear's superior strength means he doesn't need precision to be lethal. Built on knowledge of what a real bear can do, our cyber bear evolves. He'll go into action at the end of the show. But Ellen's still backing her tiger.
Tigers kill their prey with one swipe.
Bears will break a cow's neck, they'll break a bull moose's back, they'll break an elk's back. A lot of power there.
Yeah, but a tiger has a lot more practice. They are pure carnivores.
Tigers don't practice on big bears. They practice on red deer. They practice on wild boar.
They practice on other bears.
They practice once on a big bear, and practice is over.
Both bear and tiger have sharpened their canines on a range of prey. In size and strength, the bear leads. But how much power do those paws pack?
Strike!
We've tested their jaws. Now we know what our brown bear and Siberian tiger bring to the fight. But what other weapons do they have? Paws and claws. The tiger's paw pads are soft for silent stalking. His forelimbs are strongly muscled and twist inward so he can grab and hold prey. And those 3.5-inch claws are sheathed till needed to stay razor sharp. The bear's paws emerge from huge forelimbs and terminate in 5 inches of claw. In the search for food, they poke, pull, and dig. In attack, they rake an opponent and tear out flesh. Unlike tiger claws, they're blunt and don't retract, but they are long and strong. So which claws do more damage? Tiger or bear? To measure those slashing strokes and live to tell the results, the team will design and build a mechanical forelimb. Like the skulls, the device is modeled in polystyrene, but the finished item will be made of steel. Since we're testing just the claws, we'll use the same forelimb for both tiger and bear. Stainless steel claws will be interchangeable. We'll start with the tiger.
Yeah, that looks good.
Now to reveal how they're actually used.
You can see how here they're having a little mock battle, but this is how they would go at each other. They come up, they use those forearms, they swat and they smack. And tigers have great mobility of their forelegs, and they can use them almost like we use our arms. Part of the reason they can do this, they've their collarbone is more developed than, say, with a dog, which gives them this ability to move like this and move the paws.
Okay, Mike, number ones, please.
Now to test the tiger's paw swipe on something realistic. Surrogate prey from a meat processing plant.
That's good, thank you.
It's the only way to examine tiger wounds without the evidence or our experts being eaten.
Jonathan, you ready?
Yep.
Mike, you ready?
Good to go.
Okay, I'm gonna count down. 3, 2, 1, strike. Wow.
Sharp claws, eh?
Yeah, it went right into the muscle. Look, it's that far in from my finger.
Yeah, you got small fingers.
So what's this?
This is the 3D motion capture of the paw strike against the deer. So I'm just going to quickly play it through. And what you see is the actual paw strike moving through the air. And what I've done is I've translated this into a stick figure. So I'll flip to these charts here. And what we've done now is we've calculated the velocity and the acceleration. We found out your claw was moving as fast as 17 feet per second.
When he factors in the big cat's weight and the speed of its swipe, Jonathan estimates it strikes its prey with 400 pounds of force.
That's a cool program.
Isn't it neat? Yeah.
Makes my head hurt.
Our computer team are adding realistic details to the cyber tiger. Just like the real thing, one flex of its virtual muscles straightens the last toe bone to expose those switchblade claws. Now, let's see how much punch our brown bear packs.
Hey, Justin.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Good. What do you got here?
It's your bear claw.
Great.
Wow.
Super. What do you think of those claws?
Those are really
A little
long.
bit longer than tiger claw. I noticed you've only got 4. Bears have 5 digits.
Yeah, this is our generic claw rigging. So in your case, you're 1 claw short of a 4.
I think 4 will do as much damage as 5, and if they break 1 and we're down to 3, I think your tiger's still in trouble.
Now for a natural test of the brown bear's power. The paw swipe will be tested on surrogate prey, fresh from the meat packers.
All right, now we've got the real test, flesh and bone.
This is the only way to examine a bear swipe without risking Jeff's flesh and bone. So what will the outcome be?
Okay, let's get back. I want to get out of the way here. Jonathan, you ready?
Let's do it.
Mike, you ready?
Yep, good.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, bear.
Something's wrong. The claw is caught.
Is that all you got? Oh.
The bear's paw broke the spine before getting stuck on the pelvis. The skin is barely broken, but the prey's back definitely is.
It feels like it broke.
Yeah.
It broke the sacrum, the bottom of the spine.
Both bear and tiger pack a mean punch. The difference lies in the claws. The tiger sliced through muscle, weakening rather than killing its prey outright. The bear shattered bone, a fatal blow.
So where's the tiger?
As with the tiger, Jonathan uses the information gathered to estimate the forces of nature.
It seems that it was accelerating at around 18 meters per second squared, and it reached a maximum velocity of around 5.3 meters per second.
Factoring in the speed of the swipe and his weight, the bear strikes the prey with a force of 1,000 pounds, more than double that of the tiger.
Hey, your bear's winning because of this program.
Oh, why didn't you just say so?
Jonathan downloads the figures to the lab's computers, where our cyber bear is gaining power. The powerhouse behind the swatting force is the bear's shoulders, a huge mass of muscle anchored to his skeleton.
That tiger is going to have your bear on the run, then it's going to pull it down and bite its neck and kill it.
But, you know, we're looking at power against speed. And there's a reason why tigers don't approach big bears. Tigers can bring the fight to the bear, and they can run, they can flee from the fight. Tigers have the choice, and they make the choice most of the time to never approach a big bear.
This opponent seems too much to bear. Does the tiger have a secret weapon? We're counting counting down to a confrontation in cyberspace. We've analyzed our contenders' weapons, jaws, claws, and powerful paws. The brown bear is proving a formidable opponent. But the tiger has an ace up his sleeve. He can't match the bear's strength or stamina, but he does have speed and agility. Those powerful legs can propel him 33 feet in one leap. When the tiger springs, he touches down before his front paws come up to slam his prey. The impact of his upper body topples the victim. But just how strong is that body blow? It's too dangerous to measure the real thing, so the team must replicate a tiger's leap. How? Take one steel beam, mount one biomechanical tiger on a sled.
She's there. Well done. We could use a big bungee on a shorter distance, couldn't we?
And catapult it with two powerful bungee cords. Our Big Cat catapult is locked and loaded, and Jonathan's ready to measure the impact.
So what we got here is the load cell mounted. The beast is going to come in, it's going to apply the pressure to here. Got some clay here to just cushion it a bit, so act as a braking mechanism. I think we have everything necessary to calculate the impact force.
So basically, you're going to end up with the number of how hard my tiger's going to hit the bear.
Exactly. All right, so let's do it, guys.
Should we load the catapult?
Yeah, let's load it.
Right.
The countdown. 3, 2, 1, fire. So much for your clay. What did we get, Jonathan?
Wow. I looked like I hit about 7,000 or 8,000 pounds, but it went so fast. That was awesome. Good job.
Our catapult cat delivered a 7,000-pound impact. But the real thing hits even harder. Multiply a tiger's top speed by its weight, and you get a momentum of over 30,000 foot-pounds per second. That's like a hit from an NFL linebacker running at 80 miles per hour.
That just goes to show you what speed and acceleration does. You know, how it adds to the weight of an animal.
It's amazing, eh?
Are you impressed?
A lot of trouble here to play with clay, but no. Does that answer your question? No, I'm not impressed.
This body slam could knock over an opponent as large as a big brown bear. But only if he's standing still. The bear can also run at 35 miles per hour. At that speed, a 1,500-pound specimen has a momentum of 77,000 foot-pounds per second. That's more than 2.5 times the tiger's maximum impact. The tests are complete. Our opponents are almost ready to go head-to-head in the virtual battle.
You can't tell me that a berry-eating vegetarian is gonna beat my tiger. It's gonna kick your butt.
Well, it's not as quick, I'll give you that. It has the power.
Tigers have incredible power.
Mike Tyson versus Sugar Ray Leonard.
No, I don't
Power
think so.
versus speed. Brown bear trumps tiger.
Tiger will eat your bear.
The brown bear outweighs and outpunches the tiger. But its neck is vulnerable. Can the tiger's speed and agility get it close enough to deliver a killing bite? Before our virtual beasts go head-to-head, let's recap what they bring to the fight. Both have deadly bites, but the bear has a bigger gape and more crunch. The tiger's claws cut like a knife, while the bear's deliver a hammer blow. And while the cat is quick and agile, the bear is a tower of power. This big cat could be the underdog. Only one way to find out. Activate the face-off. In our scenario, on a Siberian mountainside, a hungry tiger makes a much-needed winter kill. Nearby, a huge brown bear forages desperately for food before his long winter sleep. He'll steal it if he has to, and he doesn't care who from. The scene is set for an encounter between two of nature's fighting heavyweights.
Who would like to do the honors to find out who wins?
Please, go ahead. Your guy's gonna lose, so.
You know what? I'm going to take you up on this. Are we ready?
You're in for a disappointment.
You have a Kleenex? Here we go.
Ready.
So why did the bear win in our scenario? The tiger struck with all his weight, but the bear absorbed the impact without losing his balance. The tiger's claws cut deep, but failed to disable. And while the tiger was fast and agile, he couldn't deliver that killing bite to the brown bear's neck. The bear's superior power was definitely the deciding factor. When the final blow connected with the tiger's back, it broke his spine, and a crushing bite finished him off. So, despite the tiger's speed and agility, the bear's power won the day.
My tiger must have had a really bad day to lose to your cuddly bear.
Cry me a river.
It's just not possible for my tiger with its sharp claws, its agility.
I mean, it's not possible it happened.
I don't know.
Do lightning bolts and tongue piercings mix? Is it